We move to 174. Brody Conley for the Mountaineers against Hayden Pummel. West Virginia leading Glenville State 26-0. We'll get this one started. Conley, redshirt junior, NCAA qualifier, back as a redshirt freshman. And finished strong last year, won his last 5 regular season matchups last year. Conley going to work on Hayden Pummel.
Well, it was a shame. He was wrestling really well and then hurt his knee in that last match against Arizona State that we watched here. And that he finished that match at all, comes out with a win in that was, I mean, that's
incredible.
Yeah. That's some toughness right there. But obviously, you know, coming back from that injury, that's where they've got that big brace on his knee. But he's been wrestling pretty well so far in the early season.
Connley victorious by Tech Fall in the win over American. Beat Hunter Homan of American. And his opponent here, Pummel, a Mountain East Conference champ from 2025 and a regional champ at the Division II level. Unfortunately, he got hurt himself in the opening round of the Division II NCAA tournament, was ranked #1 in his weight class. So he's battling back from an injury himself.
You know, that's just one of the things that happens in the sport, right? I mean, you're wrestling really well, and all of a sudden you twist or turn a certain way, and you hear a pop or something along those lines, and that's never good.
Pass on the big movement.
And hopefully you have some eligibility left where you can come back from that.
Well, again, both these individuals do. Connolly back as a redshirt junior for this Mountaineer team. Hayden Pummel is senior and ranked 8th in the country at 174 pounds at the Division II level.
Connolly really trying to make him carry his weight, really trying to pull on that head a lot. And he goes underneath for the shot, coming around the corner.
That was a beautiful fake by Connolly there. Fakes the high crotch, gets into the sweep now. Pummel in with a deep shin whizzer, but Connolly looking to shelf that. Gets that left hand on that ankle. As you see, he's trying to elevate it now. Pummel keeping his base, doing the splits, trying to defend. Connolly just continuing to work up.
Good. There's an opportunity to go behind his limps, arms it. Nice job finishing. Again, patience, continue the pressure, continue moving around the corner. If you don't panic there, you're in a pretty good spot. But some people just, they panic, and that's what the defensive guy is looking for. Just give me a little space, give me a little wiggle room so I can get the heck out of this thing and maybe turn it into points for myself.
He had such great hand position on that sweep shot too. He was able to keep the pressure in, but like I said, with that left hand on that ankle, if you elevate that ankle, that defender is not able to bend that knee and really give you anything much off of it. Connolly trying to hold on.
There's the time. Well, he almost got a little high there as the period was ending. And what's on, so on this mat, there's no buzzer, right? So you have to keep looking over to see and the timing of that kind of stuff. But he almost gave up a minimally an escape, maybe a reversal.
Good look there at Dylan Cottrell. We mentioned he was West Virginia's first Big 12 champion wrestler a few years ago, and he's put his focus on building this Glenville State program into a Division II powerhouse, and they've done so. Mountain East Conference, an excellent Division II wrestling league, and they've made a name for themselves nationally the last few years, winning a super regional last season.
I mean, Coach Cottrell, 3 in a row Mountain East Conference Coach of the Year honors, back-to-back conference championships for his team, just really building something special. And, you know, talking to the other coaches that are here today, you know, you got to respect him for that, you know, just the continuous effort that he's been able to put into this program, the time and the work that goes into it. And talking with him, one of the big things is he's been able to build a brand for Glenville State. And, you know, one thing that I brought up earlier to him in the week doing an interview with him was they had their 2nd annual golf outing, raising almost $30,000 for a Division II wrestling program. That's something that's unheard of. That's amazing to get $30,000 towards this program just to, you know, an example of the community and the brand that he's built at Glenville.
Yeah, Cottrell talking about himself going out and knocking on doors of businesses, raising that money. So, hey, that's life at the Division II level.
That it is, right?
But again, give him credit, a singular focus of building the brand and building the program. We've got another offensive score for Brody Conley.
What I'm really impressed with Connley in this particular match, here's going to get him on his back, and there's going to be a fall. I'm really impressed with the position that he was in, and it looks like Pummel's hurt. I don't know if his grabbing his hamstring back there or his glute. That's not a good thing. There should be maybe a trainer might go out and check him.
Trainer's
That's probably a good idea.
Head out there. Brody Conley, the fall at the 25-second mark here of the second period, and West Virginia stretches that lead out. Well, the concern with Hayden Pummel.
Right. So here's the shot. He does a nice job of getting in and cracking him down, and then just stays in really good position. This is the part I've been impressed with. And then he drives through it, but I think somewhere right in here is when he lifts that leg up and drives it towards him, and you see Pummel not really put up much of a fight at that point in time. So he's certainly feeling it there.
Connley the winner. And a glad hand there for Dylan Cottrell, and Pummel's headed to this sideline here.